Hi everyone, welcome to Little Bee, and I'm Lily, and I'm going to show you a DIY wall art with old onesies using embroidery hoops. And here's a list of what you're going to need. And we're using an old onesie here from a Little Bee shop, and of course you're going to need an old onesie, an embroidery hoop, a hot glue gun, scissors, and some paints. I'm so excited to show you, can't wait. Let's get started. I'm going to move all the stuff to the side and only leave the embroidery hoop and paints. So step one is to paint the embroidery hoop, and I'm going to take the metal piece out. I like to keep it aside. I don't like to paint it, but it's up to you. You can't paint it, or you could keep the metal color. And I already mixed some paints, just playing with colors, and I need a little bit more, so I'm gonna mix more into this. And I was going for like a sea foam mint color here, and I think it's getting close to it. I really like these color combo. I use like a white with a dark teal color, and I got this color here, but it's up to you. You could play with colors. I used acrylic paint. You could use spray paint if you want. It's probably a lot easier, but I use what I had, and acrylic paints work for me. So just so you know, you could use old onesies, you could use t-shirts, you could use blankets, or something that you don't want to donate but you want to keep as a memory. Any of those items work, and they're really great to put on the wall of your playroom or your child's room, or even in the living room. They're a nice message. So I'm going to go ahead and start painting and fast forward from here. Step two is to cut the onesie, and here we are. We're going to cut the onesie along the side. We're going to unclip it here, and then I'll go along the side seam of the onesie, and you just cut all the way around. Make sure you get as much fabric as you can to fit into the embroidery hoop. So I go along the side seam, around the armhole, the neckline, until you get the complete onesie flattened out. So just try not to cut too much fabric out, and just go along the seams. The more fabric you have, the better it'll fit into the embroidery hoop, and that you could fit around. So here you go. We're cutting it along the side, and going here. Let me get this through. Here you go. All right, now that I cut this out, here you have it all flat, and that's the way you need it to be. And I'm gonna make sure this fits into the embroidery hoop, and I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward and cut the rest of the onesies that we're working on. Step three, we're gonna wrap the onesie around the embroidery hoop, and we're gonna need the embroidery hoop, the cutout onesie, hot glue gun, and the scissors. And we're just gonna grab the cutout onesie right now, and we're gonna get started. Let's wrap it around the embroidery hoop. And this onesie has a graphic saying "I am God's masterpiece," and it's a circle shape. And gotta make sure, I like to take my time on this. I want to make sure it's centered and looks nice. And then we get the second piece and wrap it on top, and now we're gonna get the metal screw and screw it on. And I like to make sure it's centered nicely, and I'm gonna turn it around and tug on it. And you could tug on it until it's centered right for you, and just pull the fabric. And this is the reason why you need the excess fabric from the onesie. Make sure that you're able to have it around. And so that looks good. And now we're gonna screw it on to make sure it's tightened. And I like the way this looks. And all our onesies, like this one, I'm God's Masterpiece, is available at Little Bee shop. They're great gifts, and all our items are made with inspirational and positive sayings. So let's go ahead and screw it on. Get this piece in tight. And see, I like the metal contrast with the seafoam green color, seafoam blue. And then from there, we're going into step four. And step four is we're going to cut out the excess of the fabric. And just make sure you leave 3/4 of an inch around, because we're going to use it to glue it down and make sure it's secured onto the embroidery hoop. And now we're going to go into step 5. And step 5 is we're going to cut slits all around. And I like to do a lot of slits just so it can fit well. I would do about maybe a 1/4 to 1/2 inch apart, the slits, and more like a 1/2 inch that I'm doing right now. Just cut around, and here at the top is where the neckline is. There wasn't too much fabric, but don't worry about that, and just keep cutting all the way around until you get to the end. And now we're going into step 6. We're gonna hot glue all the edges down all the way around, and I like to do in sections. Don't put the whole glue down because it will dry quickly. Ooh, this is hot. Just be careful too, because it is hot. And I like to do a piece or 2 pieces at a time, and just take your time on this. And what's great about this project, it's a quick DIY, very creative, and it's a memory that you could keep. So I'm going to go ahead and keep going all the way around until we finish gluing all the slits down. And see, that's the reason why we cut it. See how nicely it wraps around. When you have the slits, you could wrap it really nicely. When you don't, it's just too hard to glue down. And you just keep going. And I'm going to fast forward the rest until you see the finished piece. Here is the finished DIY project, and I love it. I love the way it looks. It looks beautiful. I love the way it looks clean in the back. I think it came out really nice. I'm going to do a number of other old onesies, and I'm going to fast forward those. I love the way they came out. These are all the ones we worked on, and I think it looks great. It looks great in my girls' room, and the onesies we use is Bear Cub, I'm God's Masterpiece, Little Bee, and Moon Baby. And all these onesies are available online at Little Bee Shop. And please don't forget to join our email list. It will pop up to join. You will get emails about our latest blog, our latest YouTube videos, and including discounts. So please sign up, and if for some reason it doesn't pop up for you, you could go all the way down to our website and you could sign up below. So again, littlebeeshop.com. I had fun. Thank you for joining me on this DIY project. Please send me pictures. I would love to share them. If you guys do any of these projects, please send it to us. You can also follow us at Instagram at Little Bee Shop, or on Facebook as well, which is the same, Little Bee Shop. Thank you again, and bye.